Bernard, what's the end game?
For boxing? Like,
yeah, end game for you.
I don't understand that question.
Like, I know you got Bebu Shumlov coming up on, April 19th. But after that, how you want to finish out?
Let's take care of that first, and I can have a clear head to tell you what I'm going to do after that. Whatever I do now, it's going to play a big factor in what's next. And so next Saturday we'll show a lot. We'll do a lot for what's to come next, and that's important. That's why April 19th is one of those things where you gotta be focused on the dark horse, and you gotta understand that this business in hand. Business in hand. Next Saturday is what's come next, because that is next. And when you're young, you can sort of regroup and get back in the race again. But it don't take a rocket scientist to understand I can't afford to have a bad night, and that's the way I operate. So that luxury I don't have. That's the end game. The end game is next week.
All right. But Showtime is setting up the winner of this to fight the winner of
whatever Showtime is doing.
Whatever
Showtime is doing is great for Showtime, and it's going to be great for boxing. But my whole objective is that everybody have a commercial interest in doing the big fights and getting which fighters deserve to get what they want when they go in the ring, and that's why Stevenson is at Showtime and not HBO. So it's a lot of things has to be in order, in everybody's best interest to be able to do things that's going to be good for not only themselves personal, but for boxing. So right now, April 19th is the first step of unifying titles in the division, and hopefully become a contagious good thing. I hope it become a contagious good thing.
Are your plans a little bit disrupted because Stevenson left HBO before?
My plans what?
Were they a little disrupted because Stevenson left HBO before he fought?
No, that's his business. I mean, I don't get caught up, even though I pay attention, but I don't get caught up. Give me a towel. Thanks, I know you have me. I got you. I don't get caught up in like, even though I pay attention, especially when I'm fighting, I don't get caught up in nobody else's business in that way where it becomes a negative to me. Like, the worst time, like people ask me, like, yo, you anything about Golden Boy? I said, man, I don't deal with that. I'm in training, I'm in camp, I'm in tunnel vision. I'm in tunnel vision. And my tunnel vision is not to respond to anything that ain't pertaining to my fight April 19th. Whether it's with Golden Boy, whether it's with fights, whether it's other fighters, just to let you know how focused and disciplined. And then you got to look at the OG in me. I don't get sidetracked. The young kids do, because they're not groomed yet to be able to hold down interviews in a respectful, dignified way. You understand? When we talk about other stuff, that's, to me, is relevant. I'm too old for that. You know what I mean? They're just like Russell Simmons trying to do a rap song. Russell Simmons trying to do a rap song, try to be a rapper. I mean, he wouldn't do that. I mean, that's just not the case. But, I just concentrate on me and concentrate on April 19th. I mean, this guy, he wants to make a name, like the other ones. They want to make a name. So, what better place to make a name than with a guy that's still active and relevant to the point where you can make a huge step. One announcer said, the winner between Bernard Hopkins become a star. I heard that on one of the previous fights, I think it was last Saturday. I said, the winner between Hopkins and Shumlov, maybe it's just promotion, will become a star. It's big stars and it's little stars and it's big stars. I don't know which star I fall into. I've been around so long, I passed the star type of brand. I mean, I'm working on being, and this got nothing to do with ego. Let me see, legend. You got a icon. Yeah, I don't hear too many people calling people icon. I better jump on that after I do a couple of things because they be start throwing around icon like they're throwing around legends. Like I watch TV now, everybody's a legend now. You notice it? If you look at TV, everybody's a legend now. Everybody's, everybody is like they give the titles so quick, and then when they get let down, with a test.
Just like champion, everybody champion.
Then you be like, damn, like so legend. I don't know if I'm, even I'm an alien, so I watch different TV than anybody else do. But I hear legend a lot now. Like everybody's been calling like they throwing legend around like it's a word like that's sacred stuff. Where our parents grew up off the baseball players, and when you hear legend, it was no dispute. You can't find one person out of thousands that would say I disagree with you. But now we are so quick to give titles and they might not be there yet, but give them some time. But nobody has time anymore. We're in a microwave society. You push the button, you got your whole Thanksgiving. You got your Thanksgiving dinner in 2 minutes.
Talk about the sweet science.
Ain't that crazy?
Wow.
It's like, so now I'm working on being beyond it, that powerhouse. Like, where you gonna put me at after this is over with, when it's all said and done? Like, how the history books, you can't just throw me in. Because a lot of people is there, and it well-deserved being there, most of them. But where do you put a guy like Hopkins at in any boxing historic book?
Yeah.
Where do you, no, seriously, maybe tell me so I won't. They got to write another book. They're gonna have to put another thing there. And I'm not a fool to say I'm better than anybody, because everybody in a time that's in history, that I respect history so much, I cannot compare myself to Ray Robinson, to Ali, to any Hagler, to Marvin Hagler. So when people want to instigate, and they say just to have fun conversation, and they want to say, well, if you call yourself the best and this and that, then what you think you would have done with Marvin Hagler? I said, well, back then Marvin whooped my ass. That's back then. That's Marvin Hagler's era. Who knows? It's like as asking a question of video game. You match an old fighter with a young fighter. We never know what happens. Depending on who's on the joystick, that's better. So I just say, man, is that I want to do enough in my lifetime of boxing to be able to give people a headache trying to figure out where they're going to put me at. That's a good thing. Can you imagine? Like, nobody really had a serious headache in 5 years, like in debate thing, like arguing, fighting, maybe some weapons get pulled out, that type of stuff. Seriously, this might get crucial in another 5 or 6 years. They'd be like, yo, man, the Hall of Fame is a respectful thing for our sport, but I've been in the Hall of Fame 15 years ago. If you look at statistics of what I've done, so I'm already in the Hall of Fame. I just ain't go there and get stamped yet. So that they don't even ruffle my feathers. No disrespect to Catastonia. If I earn it, put me in there. But I've been in there 15 years ago. Would you agree? In the middleweight division, when I made the 20 defenses, one ballot, right? Yeah. Now I done went on and started making a mess and went up to light heavyweight. Become the first middleweight to do what Ray Robinson fell 1 round from not doing. That's only because of heat and only because Yankee Stadium. They changed 2 referees, and he couldn't come out for the 15 rounds. So I was motivated to go up from 60 to 75 because somebody pulled my coat and said, yo, Bernard, if you do this, you would be the first middleweight that jump up 2 weight classes to fight for light heavyweight and win it. So I'm like, oh, what? You mean I can add another on top of the 20 defenses? Were you serious? They said, Bernard, you be the Ray Robinson, and Ray couldn't do it? Now that's my era. The fighters are different. To me, they was better back then. And they went 15 rounds, and they was real men. You know what I mean? When they come in that ring, they did their thing. Now, I went up and did that. So I'm looking at myself saying, wait a minute. Before I leave y'all, and y'all guess what this mean when I say that by history. You got fighters today that call themselves the greatest fighters of all times. And you clear out everybody, you beating everybody. There's business and there's fooling people. The business part I respect, the fooling people I don't. Because people, most of them, don't take the time to research and study. Henry Armstrong went up from 30 lightweight?
126, featherweight.
Okay. Y'all pick the blanks where y'all want to put it at, and I'll leave y'all with that so y'all can go ahead and figure out what I'm talking about. When you call yourself the greatest fighter of all time, that's good. And maybe you believe that. But Henry Armstrong started off at lightweight, 15 rounds fighting killers. Even the contenders could have been the champion back then, right? He went up from what weight did he said again?
He's featherweight.
What weight is that?
126.
Where he stopped off at and won titles at?
Well, he won. He held the featherweight, the lightweight, and the welterweight title consecutively. And he fought for
You're not asking what I'm saying. How many weight divisions he move up?
4, because they weren't in between classes back then.
Exactly, 1 juniors. But he went up 4 different weight classes. So he went to 5 weight classes. So he ended off at 60.
Yeah.
Right? That's the highest he went, right?
Right.
Right? From 126 at 60. Show me a fighter today, pound for pound, second pound for pound, third pound for pound, who went from 5 weight classes from 126 to 160 and complained about they ain't big enough, I'm too small, I'm this, I'm this. You know Henry Armstrong winning 5'8"? See, I got to do your research when you check these fighters and stop being all about the moment. You know, we can't be, you know, if I'm in your business, I don't become starstruck. You know what I mean? Now I'm telling your journalism. Like I went to school for it. It's just common sense for me. I don't get starstruck. Like, wait a minute, you call yourself the greatest, the best, fine. You might be that. You might sell most of these people on that, but you know Henry Armstrong, he went up because there wasn't nobody else to fight. He went up to middleweight. Back then when Ray Robinson was there. Go your research and go on Google the year that Henry Armstrong went to 160 and see the killers that was there. And he fought the top guy there. He ain't go up there to fight somebody because he was weighing 160. So when I look at these fighters, I don't care who it is. You put the blanks there. I got a feeling I know what I'm talking about. When you go, hold up, Lisa. When you go and you call yourself the best, you go in the old school and say, man, Henry Armstrong was her size. No, I'm not trying to be funny, calling size. Henry Armstrong, now I'm a middleweight. Henry Armstrong was fighting dudes like this back then. And these jokes today, and 15 rounds, and these jokes today talking about, but you're the best. Oh, no, but he's too big for me. And y'all let him get away with that. See, the thing is, the reporters back there, they called him out. Yeah. No, you the best, then no, take a chance, take a risk, go and fight that dude.
Or you just good.
Oh, you know what I did? I took a page out of old school book. I said, damn, ain't no fighter go up 2 weight classes and win a championship. I said, I'm going to do that. They said, Bernard, you've been a middleweight all your career. Look at your body. I'm not a big light heavyweight. I've been weighing 82 for 4 I've been boxing. I got to eat 5 meals to keep 82 pounds on my weight so I won't get down too low. Like I'm fighting, I can get down to middleweight. I'm not a big light heavyweight, but I get their respect.
Yeah.
And so my whole thing is, we got to stop giving these dudes that get up there in that spot those passes just because we get caught up and we get excited, we get caught up and we give them that. Nobody should get a pass if you call yourself the best. You should fight the best. And you remember I was going to go up and fight James Toney at a cruiserweight at 190. They put us on the front cover of the back of the book and everything. I was going, David Hay would have beat Klitschko when I called David Hay out, heavyweight. Because I'm stuck from the old school, but I'm in a new world. You know, I'm 2 generations past the retirement. I ain't supposed to be in this generation. That's just like you trying to talk to these young kids on the street about something that you did. They look at you and go ahead, old man. He ain't doing that. So you got to remember, I'm 2 generations gone, but here. And so they don't relate to this. What I'm saying, they got, oh man, the old man crazy. Man, we ain't gonna fight the old man crazy because I'm living in the era that I ain't really supposed to be here, boss. Think about it. These dudes promoting this, I gotta show you how much money I got, how many cars I got, and how many bitches I'm fucking. No, I'm keeping it real. I mean, we all heard language. Now that's promotion because they want you to be a fool. And so now when you go to Nike and the CEO sitting up there with billions of dollars more than you, he's saying, man, I love this guy, but I can't have this in my company. Right. So now you cut off hundreds of millions of dollars after boxing because you went out there and made a perfume just for that one check that you're going to get now. So I refuse to play the game, boss. So that's why I got to get mine hard, like the blue-collar worker. If I don't play the game and shuffle and play that game, here in my garage. Here it is. Look at this. Look at my toilet, cost $50,000. I take a dump like you, the same thing. You the same. I can't be a part of that ignorance. So when you don't think like that, Cunningham, that means you're going to get delayed, brother. You got to go through the storm. Because when you're different and you ain't the norm, they want to prove that you're the same like everybody else. So they got to spank you. Well, you ain't gonna get the opportunity. You ain't gonna get this. I said, I'm gonna beat all these jokers, so y'all gotta sit at the table with me anyway. I said, I'm just gonna do, as long as I'm thinking like this, and I know the game, that means that I'm gonna beat all y'all, and then when they come town, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna talk middleweight division, unification. They ain't even had a trophy ready for me after I got done. But I stayed there. I stayed, huh?
Yeah, Tito name on it.
They had his Tito that name on it. Yeah. So long as I act a buffoonery, you know what I mean? Look. I'm supposed to come in the gym. Hey man, what's up? Lisa, look. I'm supposed to come in. No, dog. Hey man, you know, what's up? Yeah, listen, I'm gonna knock. I get a 30-year contract. You know what I mean? Get a big contract. Keep acting like that. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, still cussing everybody out. Yeah, you know, see, this is what we're gonna do. You know. You come up like this, did it my way. You get to talking some sense. Thank y'all for coming.
Thank you.
Yo. See, reason I was going with that, this short get some knowledge, because he's a young guy. He has to see that there's two ways you can go. And you still can get there if you do it the way that respectful, so when you have kids later on down the line, they ain't got to be embarrassed when they go to school and they students, they fellow friends is telling them some stuff that you know that, man, why I do that? We all make mistakes. We all do certain things. I regret certain things. Not that many. But in the same token, this is another thing of giving back other than saying throw left foot, throw right hand. It's the knowledge. If he pays attention to not only me, to other ones that he should pay attention to, because he should pay attention to the fools too. How you pay attention to the fools to not to be one. So those things are important, and that's why I told him to come from New York, to come up here and train. We're gonna run tomorrow. We're gonna have some fun and a good way of training, nothing overdoing it, because the work is done really. The work is done. You know, I'm off tomorrow. You know, I'm so on point that I'm off Friday, so I'll get back in Saturday. I leave out Tuesday. Box maybe Monday, see how I feel. It's depending on how I feel. Right. And this is the knowledge that you get. From the boxing knowledge to how to carry yourself. Because one thing that you want to take with you when this career is over is your character, your dignity, right? And your legacy. All the other stuff, money can buy. All the other stuff, money can buy. Trust me. You can buy some souls with money too. Because people, they will sell it to you. Honeybee.
Thank you.